Hey guys, we're going to be looking at another Max Factory kit this week with their 1/20th scale Colletta kit. This particular line of Max Factory kits is based on the artwork of, and I'm probably going to butcher this artist's name, but forgive me, Shunya Yamashita. Let's open her on up and take a look. Oh, one other thing I need to note before we begin. This is the initial release of this kit. As of the time of this recording, Max Factory has been going back through and re-releasing these kits as uncolored kits. Basically, whereas these have come with multiple colored sprues, the re-releases have been coming without that coloration. So that is something to be aware of. There should not be any difference between the two releases. At current, I do not own any of these second run kits, so I cannot attest to whether or not that's true or if there are any differences to them other than one being uncolored and one being colored. But I digress. So let's get into it. So first up, we have our flesh-colored sprue containing upper legs, hands, neck, and face. Now, one thing, and I hope this will show up on camera with regards to the face. The detailing on it seems a lot softer, a lot less sharp in comparison to the other Max Factory kits we've looked at. I don't know if this is an error or just an artistic choice, but the detailing just seems, to my eye at least, a lot softer and not quite as sharp. So that is something to be aware of when you're working with a kit. Beyond this, though, all the other flesh pieces are nicely rendered. Do think some of the choices, like here on the neck of how they have attached the pore stubs to it, could have been better. And again, here on the legs, as you can see, here on the upper part, they attached it to the mating surface, whereas here, back of the knee, they did it directly to the back of the knee. It would have been smarter, in my opinion, to connect it down here, so that then you could hide that pore stub mark a lot easier. But I digress. Overall, no real seam lines. Again, hopefully this is showing up on camera. At least there. And similarly here with our small little hand parts. Again, hopefully this is showing up. Detailing is quite nice. Continuing on to our blue sprue. We've got most of the shirt, which they broke down so that the bust area is sticking out from the coat, which we'll look at in a minute. Hair parts are two separate halves that connect into a headset piece that's part of the hat. Again, we'll look at that one in a minute. Overall, the hair is quite sharply rendered. No complaints there. Similarly with the jacket, though, there is a lot of detailing in here, so you're going to get a workout doing some brush painting, as I see no way of easily masking that for airbrushing. Yeah. Definitely a kit to work on your hand brushing skills. Continuing on, we've got the boots and the base. Boots have a surprising amount of detail. Again, painted up, it will look fantastic, I believe. Again, that's just my personal opinion. Base, like all the others, is pretty bare bones. But so now we've got our jacket and the main part of the torso figure, including the skirt. This is one area I wish they would have done it as two separate parts, so that, let's say you wanted to do a different paint scheme for this kit, it would save you some time of need to mask. Similarly, we have the build-up here of the hat and her bottom torso with these two parts. It's an odd way to do it, but to look at the instructions once we get to it, it actually does kind of work. It's one of those weird how you do it type things. Overall, details, especially here in the skirt, is quite nice, especially for 1/20th scale. Last but not least, we've got a couple of detail parts, including a sash part and a little travel pouch. Get a couple decals with this kit. Give me a couple of options there. Let me put these back and we'll start looking at the instructions. Now, as far as breakdown goes, it's pretty straightforward. No real gotchas, no real surprises, just making sure you follow the instructions. This is definitely one where you're going to need to pay attention to the order and do it in the order it says. And unfortunately, there's no getting around that. Now, like I said, with the breakdown of the hat and the face connecting parts, things sort of comes together here. And why on the sprues it doesn't seem like it would make a lot of sense, but instruction-wise, it actually does. Beyond this, no painting key. Again, it would be nice if they didn't include one, but it is what it is. So overall, in terms of difficulty, I'd say this one's definitely less complicated than the Yamato we've looked at previously, but a little more than the Girls and Panzer one we looked at initially. So overall, it's definitely one to consider if you're into figure collecting, especially given the smaller size, so it won't take forever to do. Again, there's going to be a lot of brush painting work, so definitely one to consider if you want to improve your brush painting skills and don't want to, do some huge resin piece that's going to cost you an arm and a leg, as these are about $20-$30 depending on whether you get them on sale or not. And yeah, they'll definitely build up quite nicely. So that was a look at Max Factory's 1/20th scale Colletta kit. Definitely one to consider if you are looking to do a figure kit to improve your skills. Until next time.